Okay, everyone, we are on air. I will call the meeting to order. We have established a quorum. All members are here. We want to thank the TV6 people. We want to acknowledge and thank them for being on board on all of these meetings. It's really appreciated by us and the residents. Is there any changes to the agenda that need to be made, or can we do it by acclamation? All right, hearing none, the agenda is approved. Approval of the hearing minutes, there is one change. Diane did attend that meeting. She came late, or essentially, no, she was on time, but she was in the January meeting. Would you add her name? Are there any other corrections that need to be made? Okay, then we will accept those by acclamation, the changes by acclamation. Thank you. Moving on, the chairman's report. A year ago, we realized from feedback from our residents that we needed to improve the efficiency of the services of the staff performs for our residents. We decided one approach was to introduce more quality methodology into our operations. And we have been working at it, but then COVID pandemic hit, requiring more sanitized approach to our external and internal communications, which has clearly slowed us down. And then along with the communities, we were hit by malware activation, which has slowed down many new projects. And the malware is getting old, and the COVID is getting old as an excuse. But these events have affected everything we do here and has made life difficult for staff as well as residents. I want to assure everyone that no staff member is being paid to sit home and watch soaps. We are aware and appreciate all the interest in getting our community center opened again. Residents have let us know that they are willing to accept the inconvenience of safely queuing up outside the community center with one person being attended to at a time so that they would stay safe. But if you've been in the service area of the community center, you would realize there are no outside windows that could be useful in providing for improved air circulation. The windowless walls of the other office are behind the counters, so those full-time workers in a windowless space wouldn't be safe. According to the State Health Organization recommends we would need to implement a very large upgrade to give us a higher standard of air circulation. So at the moment, that is the problem, bringing back all the staff to the building. Not only must we try to protect our residents, we're trying to protect our staff. Everyone wants this to be over with, and with vaccinations more widespread, it will be. Staff has worked hard to make sure residents are being vaccinated close to home without having to stand in long lines. Once those of our staff who have face-to-face encounters are vaccinated, we may begin to open the community center. All this takes time with a limited amounts of vaccines. We have also experienced another large problem in our alterations department. We are shorthanded by 3 inspectors. We're trying to fill the positions, but our method of doing inspection is not standard, so no one can be up and running the first day given our present system. It will take training. The board is aware and is trying to shore up the department, as you will see with some of the resolutions on the agenda. Some will cause consternation up front, but it's better than halfway through a project. Please be patient. Some good directors are working on this problem. On a related subject, we're seeing an increased number of calls, more angry residents, more residents starting rumors about monies that are being collected and being used unwisely. Actually, all the money we collect is being accounted for. Checking on that is part of the job of the board. The assessments did not go up, even though water, electricity, garbage, wages, material, and contractor wages all went up. All the expenses went up, but because of the furlough and the delay in some work, we had a surplus, which we will be putting to work this year. So you are receiving a rebate. For those who think you could do a better job, remember this mutual belongs to you. Please plan to run for the board. There will be 4 seats that need filling in September. Attend committee meetings and assist in any way you can. We welcome your help. You can be part of the self-management team instead of being frustrated, criticizing. You can make the changes you think will make this a better place. Thank you. That is my report for today. Open forum, do we have any emails or letters in the open forum, please?
Yes, we do, Madam President. The first one is from Patty Rich. I'm Patty Rich, residing at 74D Calle Aragon, with carport located at number 78, space number 4. I'm requesting the board to please consider some additional carport care during fall and winter months due to the additional foliage dropping. At times, it becomes not only an eyesore, but actually a real hazard when it piles up. Depending on the location of the carport, the need varies. So it wouldn't be necessary everywhere, but is desperately needed in my area during the winter months. Perhaps someone periodically could manage the extra care needed. When I called and requested service a few weeks ago, someone came out immediately and cleaned up the mess. So appreciated Becky Becky Johnson assisting me with my concern. That was your first comment, and then we have one more. This is from Mark Lustig. Good morning, board members. I'm ready to complain about the noise coming from the banner above me. They seem to be doing some kind of renovation project, which now has gone on for 11 months. They stay past 5 p.m. every day, and they come every weekend and on the holidays. I've called security, and they've done nothing. I've called compliance, and they told me to call security and have it documented. I've called security at least a dozen times, so there should be plenty of documentation. I'm attaching the resolution 011608 that says what they're doing is not allowed. Please do something. I'm stuck inside because of the pandemic, and I can't even escape the noise. Thank you, Mark Lustig. And then he just attached a copy of the resolution regarding noise and construction. And that is it.
Thank you very much, Eileen. We appreciate it. Okay, Cash, are you ready for the responses to the open forum?
Yes, I'm ready. Thank you, Madam Chair. A resident expressed concern about laundry rooms, and the response has been the Media and Communication Department routinely publishes information about items residents should call resident services and the best time to call resident services. This information is public in WhatsApp, in the Village Breeze, and the Village website. Second inquiry item was ramp request for laundry room number 42, and a plan for contractor to bid on would need to be prepared, and civil engineers should be the board direct the staff. So maybe the staff, we need to consider whether or not to have a ramp in laundry room 42.
Carl, will you take that up in your MNC?
Third item, member was unsatisfied with the remarks from staff on financial matter. While the staff did give an apology to resolve the matter, staff is taking the opportunity to develop a formal apology process for mistakes that do happen occasionally. Another inquiry member was asking about the costs of the insurance that tripled in the last year to this year. We have already replied to this, and in fact, President Margolis just talked about it as well. The insurance has gone up because of different things, and also for property valuation assessment has gone up considerably. That's it, Madam Chair.
Okay, I missed having Jeff reply to the two that we had. Jeff, do you have any statements to make on those?
On the current ones, President Margolis and to the board, the two requests, one, we do clean carports 3 times a year, and if there is a special need, then Chris's team goes out and does an evaluation and does a special cleanup if necessary, and then we do it on a regular schedule basis of 3 times a year with regards to the cleanup there. With regards to the second one on the noise, we'll circle back with both compliance and security, which is the same department under Carlos, and get a clarification on that issue, definitely.
Okay, and we want to say that if you want to have the carport, if there is a problem in the carport, please call resident service, and they will take a look at it and take care of it. That is the correct manner to handle this problem. Thank you. Okay, so Juanita, you're on for the VMS update.
Thank you, Madam President. Good morning. On behalf of VMS, I'd like to talk this morning a little about our employee situation and human resources. We get a staffing report every month at VMS, and it's very eye-opening. There is a salary survey going on by an outside company, which we will share when we get the results back. But the salary survey that was done previously showed that we are about 10% below the average in our salaries, which may be one of the reasons why we have a little bit of a problem hiring. People say all the time, everybody's out of a job, there shouldn't be any problem hiring people. That's not true. As of January 31st, we had 22 full-time vacancies and 14 part-time vacancies. And it's the part-time vacancies I'd like to emphasize this morning. The part-time vacancies are our gate ambassadors. Now, I know because of COVID, a lot of people have been reluctant to be a gate ambassador. It used to be a prime job here at the village, and we had more applicants than we had spots. But we do have 14 openings for part-time gate ambassadors. You can go onto our website and look under hiring and see how to apply for those jobs. And we really would encourage any of you who would be interested. We really need 14 more of them. We had 14 terminations in January, 10 were resignations, and 4 were terminated. So we have a constant in and out, and our human resources department is always looking for more people. We hear about the very noticeable ones, like we're interviewing for hiring the new CFO, and we do have some of the other more prominent jobs that may come to people's attention. But when you look and see that there are 22 openings full-time, you know that HR is constantly recruiting and trying to get enough people. We've had the first of our director training sessions. It was yesterday. Looked like it was very well attended. And we have the second one coming up March 1st, which is going to be by our VMS attorney, and it will be on legal and particularly the union contract. So there's another one coming up there is a YouTube video on the trust, which I encourage everybody who is interested in what's going on in the village to take a peek at. The VMS board is working hard, looking at various evaluations for staff, the management contract, and participating in some of the other issues that are going on, like the bylaws reviews, et cetera, things like that. So I appreciate everybody's support, and that's my report for this month.
Thank you very much, Juanita. Andre, we'll hold that to the closed session if you don't mind. I don't think we want to open that up in this session. So please remind me in the closed session.
Well, this is not to do with a specific case. This is just in general.
Okay, go ahead.
Juanita, you mentioned there are 22 full-time vacancies and 14 part-time vacancies, and there are 14 terminations. Very good information. However, between the total head count from HR and the total people outside working, there is a gap there. The gap is the injury and the illness situation. Do we have an injury and illness report? I heard sometimes people complain, the VMS complain that, yeah, we have people got sick and they are out there injured and they cannot work. So there's additional staff shortage besides the vacancies. Do we have any report on that? And how do we remediate and make sure we got sufficient staff out there working?
Jeff, do you want to go ahead and answer that?
Sure. To Board Member Tornig and to the rest of the board, we do keep stats and records of our workers' compensation cases. Those are, and when I say workers' compensation, that is when somebody is injured, they go on workers' comp, and there's a process where they file and receive assistance when they're on workers' comp. Those positions, when they are vacant, are those still paid positions, and we can't, in our budgetary process, we can't fill those positions when somebody is on workers' comp because they are still on a full